The poor boy who became a millionaire. In a small village lived a young boy named Daniel. His family was very poor. His father worked long hours doing manual labor, while his mother sold vegetables in the local market. Despite their hard work, there was never enough money. Some days the family could only afford one meal. Daniel often went to school wearing the same clothes for weeks because his parents could not afford new ones. Many of his classmates made fun of him. "Look at his shoes," they laughed. "He's too poor to become anything," others would say. Every insult hurt Daniel deeply. Sometimes he would return home and cry alone. He wondered why life seemed so unfair. But one day, his father gave him advice that changed his life forever. He said, "Son, being poor is not your fault. Remaining poor because you stopped trying is your choice." Those words stayed in Daniel's heart. The decision. That night, Daniel made a promise to himself. He promised that he would never allow his circumstances to control his future. While many of his friends spent their evenings playing games, Daniel spent his time studying. He borrowed books from teachers. He listened carefully in class. He learned everything he could. He knew that education was one of the few opportunities available to him. Every day he worked harder. Every day he improved a little more. And little by little, his confidence began to grow. The first failure. After finishing school, Daniel wanted to start a small business. He had very little money, but he was determined. Using his savings, he bought a few products and started selling them. At first, things seemed promising. Then disaster struck. Most of his products didn't sell. He lost nearly all his money. Months of savings disappeared in a matter of weeks. Many people told him to give up. Some laughed at him. Others said he should accept his situation and stop dreaming. For a moment, Daniel felt defeated. But then he remembered his father's words. Success belongs to those who keep going. So instead of quitting, he asked himself one important question. What can I learn from this failure? The comeback. Daniel studied successful business owners. He learned about marketing. He learned how to manage money. He learned how to understand customers. Most importantly, he learned that failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Armed with new knowledge, he started again. This time, he was smarter, more patient, more disciplined. Slowly, his business began to grow. His profits increased. His customer base expanded. People who once laughed at him started noticing his progress. The same people who doubted him began asking him how he did it. The breakthrough years passed. Daniel continued learning, continued improving, continued working hard. His small business eventually became a successful company. He hired employees, opened new locations, created opportunities for others. One day, Daniel stood in front of a large audience and shared his story. As he looked around the room, he remembered the days when he had nothing, the days when people mocked him, the nights he spent studying while others slept, the failures that nearly broke him. And he realized something important. None of those struggles had stopped him. In fact, they had made him stronger. The lesson. Many people believe successful people are lucky, but luck alone cannot explain years of discipline. Luck cannot explain persistence. Luck cannot explain the courage to stand up after every failure. Success comes to those who keep moving forward when life becomes difficult. It comes to those who refuse to let temporary setbacks become permanent defeats. No matter where you are today, your story is not finished. Your current situation is only one chapter. You have the power to write the next chapter. Outro. Remember this. A poor beginning does not mean a poor ending. The people who succeed are not always the smartest or the strongest. They are often the ones who simply refuse to quit. If this story inspired you, subscribe for more motivational stories and life-changing lessons. And always remember, your future is created by what you do today, not by what happened yesterday.